A lot of us are taught to believe that a high salary is the direct path to wealth. You just get that six-figure job and you're set for life, right? But what if I told you that for millions of people, that idea is actually a pretty dangerous illusion? Here's a number that might surprise you. Get this. Recent studies show that nearly half, 48% of all Americans earning over $100,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. They have these really impressive incomes, but they've got very little to show for it. So what's really going on here? That's the big question we're going to unpack.
This is an incredibly common trap. It's so common, there's even a name for it: Henry's. That stands for high earners, not rich yet. We're talking about people who make really good money, but they aren't building any serious long-term wealth. And honestly, if you're not careful, it's a trap anyone can fall into.
Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to break down the 4 fundamental mindset shifts that separate people who build lasting wealth from those who are just high-income spenders. And believe me, understanding these can change the way you think about money. Forever.
So why do so many high earners get stuck in this cycle? Well, it often comes down to something called lifestyle inflation. You know how it is. When your income goes up, it becomes so easy to justify more expensive purchases. You start thinking, hey, I can afford the monthly payments on this new car. Or, you know what, I deserve this bigger apartment. But those choices, while they seem affordable month to month, are really like tiny leaks in a ship, slowly sinking your financial future.
So how do you actually avoid this trap? Well, it all starts with our first big mindset shift, and it's all about moving from earning to owning. This is about completely changing the fundamental question you ask when it comes to money.
It really is that simple. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. See, the average person chases a higher income, but the wealthy, they chase more assets. One is about working harder. The other is about owning things that work for you.
And this comparison just lays it all out so clearly. With a worker mindset, you earn money and then it just goes out to expenses. But with a wealthy mindset, you use your earned income to buy assets, things like real estate or businesses or stocks. And then those assets generate more income. It creates this amazing cycle that works for you even while you're sleeping. This brings us right to our second mindset shift, and this one is all about how you view every single dollar that comes your way. Do you see it as fuel for today, or do you see it as a seed for tomorrow?
This one question really does change everything. Do you see money as something to spend or something to grow? One path leads to a life of constant consumption, and the other, that one leads to a life of compounding wealth.
Now, to see this idea in action, let's talk about the incredible true story of a man named Ronald Read. His life is just this powerful proof that your mindset is so much more important than your income.
He never earned more than about $20,000 in a single year of his life. By pretty much any standard, he was a low-income worker.
So what was his secret? Well, he wasn't trying to get rich quick. He wasn't chasing fads. He was like a patient gardener, just slowly and consistently planting his seeds, and then just watching them grow into a forest of wealth over many, many years.
When he passed away at the age of 92, this humble janitor left behind a fortune of over $8 million. It absolutely shocked everyone who knew him. Think about that. He had a higher net worth than many doctors, lawyers, and executives.
Okay, let's talk about something that most of us are taught to fear: debt. We're told to avoid it at all costs. But the wealthy, they often see it as a powerful tool. And this is our third mindset shift.
See, they understand that not all debt is created equal. Bad debt, like credit card debt for a vacation, is like a boat anchor just pulling you down. But good debt, that's like a sail. It can actually propel you forward by helping you buy assets that grow faster than the cost of the loan itself. Now, this isn't about being reckless, it's about being strategic. It's about using other people's money and doing it responsibly to build your own wealth faster than you ever could with just your own cash alone.
And that brings us to our final mindset shift. This one is all about time. It's about moving from a short-term view to a much, much longer-term perspective. It's about thinking in generations, not just in paychecks.
The focus just fundamentally shifts. It stops being about the fancy car you drive today, and it becomes about the opportunities you can create for your children and your grandchildren tomorrow. Wealth becomes a tool for long-term family security and for making an impact.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's that building real wealth, it isn't really about how much money you make. It's about how you think. It's about the small decisions that you make day in and day out.
And the best part is, you can start today. First, just get brutally honest with yourself and figure out your net worth. That's your real score. And then, start applying these simple principles to every financial decision you make. This is how you really start to take control of your financial future.
So I'll leave you with this question. It really forces you to think about the trade-offs that you're making every single day. Are your habits building something temporary, or are they building something that will last? The choice really is all yours.